So this is very interesting because yesterday we had ourselves some word from Joe Smith, NHL insider who covers the Minnesota Wild, that Cutter Gauthier, prospect from the Anaheim Ducks system, said he's not so sure what his next move is. He hadn't talked to the Anaheim Ducks recently, so he doesn't know what they're thinking. He feels he has taken a big step in his two-way game this year, and he's trying to cherish every last moment of being a college athlete. Now, of course, this was yesterday. Today, we had ourselves the news that Cutter Gauthier has officially been signed by the Anaheim Ducks. But it is interesting to me to note some of the reactions that we had seen to this sentiment from yesterday, how Gauthier doesn't really know what his next move is, how he's not too sure about the future, how he hasn't been talking to the Ducks, and a lot of people took this as an opportunity to meme about the guy. Bro is going to be on a third team before even playing an NHL game. The dude is absolutely terrified of playing in the NHL, might have to go get some media training, yada yada yada. A lot of people are really responding to this in an odd way. But, of course, I mean, I can understand it. It's an odd comment to make. However, for Cutter Gauthier and his reputation in the NHL, as a guy who was a former Philadelphia Flyers prospect who essentially defected from the team and forced them to trade him away, this is where you talk about some of the Flyers' response to this entire thing. It'd be so darn funny if he had quit on the Anaheim Ducks too. And yeah, I mean, look, it's not really too civil the way Flyers fans react to Cutter Gauthier news. Every new word I read about this guy makes me happier that we got rid of him. This guy's allergic to communication. This guy, his comment for the championship game makes him look even worse. And just in case you needed the update on those comments, I mean, Flyers Nation went out there and tweeted it right here. Cutter Gauthier, a known quitter, has signed his ELC with Anaheim. He lost the NCAA championship game last night after predicting it was going to be epic, and that there would be lots of tears on the other side after he scored twice. BC, though, was shut out, and they didn't get the championship victory. Denver did not end up crying lots of tears, and Cutter Gauthier had to eat his words a little bit. Which, I'm not going to go out there and critique this. I kind of like the attitude here. Anybody showing a bit of personality, whether it is in a non-professional kind of way, you know, I kind of want to see things get a bit dramatic. That's kind of my intrinsic nature as a human being. But for Cutter Gauthier, seeing him sign over with the Anaheim Ducks after initially being a bit skeptical, it is kind of interesting because this is a very good player. We recognize that Cutter Gauthier is very, very skilled and he will have an impact with this Anaheim Ducks team. I mean, just going over to the numbers here, 65 points in 41 games played with BC this season and 12 points in 7 games at the World Juniors. We all remember that he got traded shortly after that tournament ended. But really, Cutter Gauthier playing with Will Smith and Ryan Leonard, these guys were all super good. Gabe Perreault was also on this team, dominating as well. Just an amazing team in BC that was not able to get it done in the final game. But for Cutter Gauthier, heading over to the Anaheim Ducks, we do have ourselves word that he'll probably start right away, like as soon as possible. Cutter Gauthier is going to suit up in the orange sweater. 20 years old, Cutter Gauthier led all the NCAA in goals at Boston College this season, and he was tied for the most goals in a single season in program history, and the most by an NCAA player since 1999. Gauthier helped BC to an appearance in the 2024 championship game, scoring 38 goals and 27 assists for 65 points with a plus 23 rating in 41 games. The 6'3", 190-pound forward also led the NCAA in game-winning goals, was second in points, and tied for second in power play goals. He was named a Hobey Baker hat-trick finalist, NCAA All-American, and Hockey East first-team All-Star. Acquired from Philadelphia for defenseman Jamie Drysdale in the 2025 second-round selection on January 8th, Gauthier has scored the most goals amongst NCAA skaters the past 2 seasons, recording 54 goals and 102 points in 73 games at BC. As a freshman in 22-23, Gauthier scored a team-high 16 goals and 21 assists for 37 points in 32 games, leading the Eagles in goals, assists, points, and power play goals. He was named a Hockey East third All-Star team player and a unanimous selection to the Hockey East All-Rookie team. So Cutter Gauthier, just looking at the profile, he's a very good player. Power forward guy, he can shoot, he can score, he can create plays, he's a big dude as well. Gauthier is 6'2", 194, so there are a lot of intangible qualities to his game that he's going to be bringing over to the Anaheim Ducks. And playing with guys like Mason McTavish, playing with guys like Leo Carlsson, they all sort of exhibit that same physical kind of style. Not that they're big brutes of guys, but the fact that they can play physical when they need to while also being able to produce points, Cutter Gauthier is going to fit in very well to that kind of system. And look, the presence of a guy like Gauthier is making other guys on the Ducks' presences question, because everybody's talking about, hey, do you really need Trevor Zegras anymore when you've got 3 guys that can produce points and also provide a physical spectrum as well? Gauthier, Carlsson, and McTavish can all do that. So is Zegras really needed? Who really knows? But Cutter Gauthier talk, going back over to him, he was born in Sweden. He's a native of Scottsdale, Arizona. He also helped Team USA earn medals at numerous international tournaments. He led the Americans to a gold medal at the 2024 World Juniors, co-leading the tournament in points and assists while serving as an alternate captain. He was named as the best forward and the 2024 All-Star team, leading Team USA in points and assists while scoring the game-winning goal in the third period of the semifinal to help the USA advance to the gold medal game. He also represented Team USA at the 2023 World Championships, ranking tied for second in goals at the tournament and recording the most points by a U20 player with 9. That's actually really good. I did not remember that. Oh yeah, right. He was a part of the World Championship team. Who else was on that team? Yeah, so Cutter Gauthier was the top goal scorer, tied with Rocco Grimaldi and a whole bunch of other guys that happened to have been NHL talents too. Alex Tuck, Connor Garland, Matthew Coronado, Lane Hudson was there too, so quite a few NHL prospects and players. But the fact that Gauthier was able to tango with NHL players as far back as last year in a World Championship capacity, it already showcases the talent that he has got. And I feel like that's part of the reason we're also seeing a lot of Flyers fans be super salty about this, not just because Cutter Gauthier is a guy that gave up on Philly, but because he also happens to be extraordinarily talented. And now you had to trade him away because he didn't want to sign with you guys. It was a really big dramatic thing that went on earlier this year. So revisiting the player and looking at some of the comments where he's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go to Anaheim. I don't know. They haven't talked to me, so I'm not too sure. That makes things a little bit interesting too. So with this news today, Cutter Gauthier has officially signed with the Anaheim Ducks after all of the doubt that we had, after all the uncertainty, after these comments where we didn't necessarily know if he would be signing with Anaheim or if it was something that he'd be interested in. Now it's all been put to rest because he's officially signed, and Philadelphia Flyers fans are very, they're responding pretty interestingly to this. So if you're a Flyers fan, if you're a Ducks fan, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Cutter Gauthier officially signing his entry-level contract with the Anaheim Ducks. What are your thoughts on him finally making the decision? What are your thoughts on the memes? Because everybody's responding to this here. Flyers fans are punching the air right now. What a loser, like... Yo, this is going to be pretty good. I thought he was supposed to score goals in the NCAA championship. Yeah, there's already a lot of heat with this guy, which is great to see. You love to see a lot of drama going on in the hockey world. But either way, thoughts in the comment section below about Cutter Gauthier signing with the Anaheim Ducks. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.